What's going on, man? It's your boy Jerome, Cowboy Shadam is checking in. It's been a while, but look. So I just wanted to come to y'all and just speak with y'all. I had something, that I had on my mind just as we go throughout the season. This Sunday we look to play the Eagles, and we're 3-5 right now. And really, people talk about the whole RICO situation. RICO has clearly been our best back on our roster this entire year. Why has he not been getting a go that he should be getting, right? That if he was on other teams, he would be getting, being our running back situation, our room looking the way it does. But I basically wanted to bring to you all something that I've deduced and something that I believe is the case for why RICO, and not only just RICO, but other players, we see it, throughout their rookie deal here in Dallas with the Cowboys, as to why they don't play the amount of minutes that we believe that they should be playing, right? And really, it's the Cowboys RICO. RICO and other players have been hit with the Cowboys RICO. Cowboys built through the draft. Cowboys don't want to spend in free agency. So what the Cowboys end up doing to these players in their rookie contracts is, let's say some positions like our safety room, we got Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson. They've paid them, and we already know how Cowboys are. They're cheap. If they pay you to play, it don't matter who else they bring in or who's behind you that we think can do the job. They paid you to play, so you better go out there, you better produce. And someone may be better than you, but it's not only it's really only when it gets really to the end and they're really done with you, or they'll trade you or something like that. But for the most part, if they've paid you a salary already, if they've re-signed you, then they're going to put you out there and you better perform. So, we got Juan Ye and Marquise Bell. We like, look, why don't we put both of them in? They'll be able to do a better job than what Malik and Donovan Wilson is doing right now. But no, because they paid Malik and they paid Donald, so they're going to play. But also, it goes into the whole thing as far as RICO, what I was saying. And there's other players like Chauncey Golston and what have you. But the Cowboys RICO is this. The Cowboys operate in a way to which they look to harm and devalue their players' market whenever they come to free agency. So if they want a 4-year deal, they'll look to hide that player throughout their rookie contract. Unless they're a first or second round pick, sometimes third round picks, depending on what the room looks like. But first and second round picks usually don't have to deal with this. But fourth round picks and on, for sure. And just depending on what the room looks like, if they've paid somebody there, then they look to devalue you. So as much as possible, they look to hide you and keep you, off of the field. They look to, so that when it comes time for you to re-up your deal at the end of your rookie deal, they can look back and say, well, you've only played X amount of number of snaps. You've only played 30% of the possible snaps. And, your stats are okay, but, it's no real true breakout for you right here. So we have this $1 million contract here for you per year. Just go ahead and sign that and come on back, because we prioritize our guys. So all of this is about getting them for the cheapest price. The Cowboys don't want to bid against themselves. So they'll hide players on the roster that we want to see take that next step. We want to see assume the reins in the room and get that, notable experience. They'll hide them and keep them on bay when people before them aren't producing, just so that they can come, the end of their contract, they can keep that number down, right? So, like for example, like Jake Ferguson. Like if Jake Ferguson, I believe that it's contrived. Like as far as like even the head coach and play caller, we know that they're subpar. We know that Mike McCarthy and Schottenheimer, Brian Schottenheimer, that they're subpar. They should not be coaching in the NFL right now based on what they've shown themselves, right? But what I believe is that they're okay with that as long as it hurts the value of the players when it comes to them trying to go for a contract. The Joneses are fine with our offense and our defense being dysfunctional as long as it's driving down the price of Micah when he looks to resign. As long as it's driving down the price of Jake Ferguson when he looks to resign. As long as it's driving down the price of Rico. As long as it's driving down the price of Bale and Wanye and Ghostin. As long as it's driving down the price of DaRon Bland. And I got something for you on that DaRon Bland. Matter of fact, let's get into it. Jerry Jones, from the beginning, and early on in the season, was talking about, DaRon Bland should be back by this time. He had no knowledge to speak on what time he'll be back. I believe he threw out that prediction, knowing that DaRon Bland would not physically be back by that time, so that the fan, that general fan that maybe don't know no better, don't think that deep into it, that you'll start to kind of turn on DaRon Bland. You'll start to look at DaRon Bland as, oh, he not really preparing and doing all that he needs to do to be on the field. He's not sacrificing enough. He should be back right now. Does he really want to play football? He wants the fans to start. He wants to soil the identity of DaRon Bland and the character of DaRon Bland in the mind of the fans. So he's planting that seed early, so that's just one thing you got to continue to look at and monitor. Because he knows that if DaRon Bland is on that field and playing the way that he is supposed to be playing, and that we believe he could play, he going to have to dish out a contract for him. So he's getting in front of it now, throwing out these lofty expectations of when he can come back, not knowing when he'll be able to come back or not, because if he doesn't hit that marker, that's just something in the mind of the fans that's going to go. You know how it go. The fans, y'all be crazy. We be crazy sometimes. Y'all be crazy. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about nothing. Man, you supposed to be out there, man. Burning people jerseys, all that. You turn on them just for anything. So Jerry Jones is throwing that out there to kind of set the waters now. That whole, this situation, DaRon Bland don't come back till week 13 or week whatever, or don't come back at all this season. He just wasn't ready. Then Jerry Jones looking at, oh, well, that's a $2.5-3 million, per year that I can take away from the contract now, and the fans will roll with it because they, but we've already soured, the relationship between DaRon Bland and fans, because we got them thinking that, oh, he ain't coming back and meeting expectations from injury, and so he's hurting our team. You see what I'm saying? So they'll do certain things like that. But this whole thing was ready to come on and just shine a spotlight just to the tricks and games that the Jones family plays when it comes to our own players. When they say, we like our own and we build through the draft and we re-sign our own. Yeah, they look to re-sign our own for 15 cents on the dollar. And they go about doing those in ways like burying them on the depth chart, not allowing them to play, just allowing anything to go on, really, so that at the end of these players' rookie contracts and deals, that instead of their market being $12 million, $14 million, where it probably should have been like a Chauncey Golston. If Chauncey Golston really stayed at his true position and was playing, the snaps that he should have been getting instead of Fehoko and all these other characters, right? Tyler Sweet, cool, but he should have been playing over these guys. If he would have got the reps that he needed and been playing the position he's supposed to be playing at, him going into free agency, instead of being at a market at about $5 or $6 million a year, possibly, Golston could have been at a market of $10, $11, $12 million per year. But the Cowboys will do things purposefully so that they'll hide you from all of the other teams. They'll keep you from being able to put tape together that shows why you deserve this market. So they'll purposefully devalue their own player to give them the best shot at re-signing them for little to nothing when they become a free agent, so that they can keep their own and build through the draft. But that's all I have for you today. Just tapping in, giving my thoughts about what I see and what I believe. Some of the reasons why we see some of our favorite players, our young players that we want to, finally get the opportunity to show what they got, why they don't play and why they sitting right on the bench. So it's your boy Jerome checking out. Peace.